I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here's some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Wednesday, March the 4th, 2026. Smyrna Police are asking for help from the public as detectives investigate a series of thefts at a retail store in the Smyrna Marketplace shopping area. Authorities say that two female persons of interest may have information about the incidents reported at the Kohl store near Malco Theaters, Smyrna Cinema, in Smyrna. Investigators have not released details on the value of the merchandise or the exact dates of the theft, but they believe identifying the women could help move the case forward. Anyone who recognizes the individuals is urged to contact Detective Steve Martin with the Smyrna Police Department. Photos are available on our website. Police say tips from residents in Smyrna and all across the county often play key roles in solving retail theft investigations, especially when multiple incidents are involved. Meanwhile, just northwest of Murfreesboro in Laverne, city leaders are weighing in on a proposed Tennessee law that would cap property tax increases. The measure would limit increases to 2% per year or 6% over a 3-year period. Laverne Mayor Jason Kohl says local property taxes should remain under local control, noting the city has not raised property taxes in 15 years. Hendersonville Mayor Jamie Clary also voiced concern, saying the proposed cap could make it harder for cities to fund essential services like police, fire protection, and road paving. The proposal, sponsored by State Representative Jason Zachary of Knoxville, is scheduled for discussion in a legislative subcommittee this week. Tennessee lawmakers are considering a proposal that would ban the sale of lab-grown meat across the state. The legislation is sponsored by State Representative Susan Lynn of Mount Juliet and State Senator Mark Pody of Lebanon. The measure follows a law passed last year requiring permits for lab-grown protein products and preventing them from being labeled as traditional meat. Some supporters argue the technology raises unanswered health questions. Dr. Denise Sibley, an international medicine physician, told lawmakers that the cell-cultured process involves proprietary chemical blends and laboratory techniques that are not fully understood when it comes to long-term consumption. Lynn says several states and even the country of Italy have already banned lab-grown meat, adding that Tennessee should continue supporting traditional agriculture and farmers. The bill has received bipartisan interest, including comments from Representative Justin Jones of Nashville, though the proposal still faces multiple committee votes before it can move forward. Meanwhile, consumers in Tennessee, including shoppers in Rutherford County, may be eligible for money from a major beef price-fixing settlement. An antitrust lawsuit accused several large beef processors of coordinating market practices that increased the price consumers paid for beef products between August of 2014 and December of 2019. Companies including Cargill and Tyson have agreed to pay a combined $87.5 million to resolve claims. Anyone who purchased qualifying beef products for personal use during that time frame may be eligible for proportional payment. Claims must be submitted by June 30th, and court hearing is scheduled for May 12th, which will determine whether the settlement receives final approval. Tennessee Secretary of State Trey Hargett has joined officials from more than 20 states demanding answers from the online fundraising platform GoFundMe, after reports the company created donation web pages for charities without their knowledge. Regulators say more than 1.4 million charity pages may have been automatically generated in October of 2025, using the names and information of nonprofit organizations. The multi-state coalition warns the practice could violate charitable solicitation and consumer protection laws by potentially misleading donors about where their money was going. Officials say some pages included the incorrect charity information and may not have been clearly disclosed when donations were routed through a donor-advised fund, rather than directly to the nonprofit. Hargett says Tennessee must remain vigilant in protecting both donors and legitimate charities. The coalition has given GoFundMe 14 days to prove the unauthorized pages have been removed and to outline steps to prevent similar problems in the future. Meanwhile, State Representative Mike Sparks is continuing his push for legislation aimed at curbing what he calls predatory lending practices. The Smyrna lawmaker says some title loan and advanced finance businesses are charging interest rates that could climb into the hundreds of percent. Sparks told WGNS the proposed legislation would place limits on those rates and offer stronger protections for borrowers. He cited cases where loans initially offered at low rates later surged above 100% after missed payments, sometimes even leading to vehicle repossessions. That's all for now. For updates on these, as well as many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network, and I'll talk to you later.